Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. Following video for Skyrim modding on PS4 is not a showcase, just a relaxed video of me sitting down and sharing my experience with you from what happened yesterday with the load order deletion and workarounds that I did in making it a little bit less troublesome and getting everything back where it was supposed to be. So the game is somewhat running rough, but that is to be expected. Now for those of you that just want to know if I know what caused this, quick answer to that is no, not any more than the other times that this has happened to me, because this is nothing new. It's getting a bit old at this point. Any case, I do want to say to the viewers that left comments on the video that I uploaded about this yesterday with your advice and tips as well as information, thank you. I really appreciate that you took the time to do that. I know from seeing a comment from one of my viewers that you had a odd experience with the anniversary mods not appearing in the creations menu, but you said that it was eventually fixed and did appear for you, so I'm glad you were able to get that worked out. I know James Emerson from the Stoners Roundtable podcast said that he lost his mods in the load order and is having to rebuild it, so I'm not alone in this. Again, this is nothing new to me, and the fact that I probably wouldn't even have uploaded a video about this, but after the oddities of continuously getting kicked out of the creations menu and trying to use the restore from Bethesda.net option, I thought that possibly this could have been affecting more than just myself, and I wanted to try to stop you guys from having the same headache that I was going to have. So, in any case, the first time that this happened to me was about 2 years ago. I believe that might have been before the creations update. In any case, next time was definitely the creations update that it happened. Then the following time after that, I don't really count because I had to delete the mod load order myself. It was to fix an issue where the game would just crash as soon as I tried to boot it up. And to fix it, I had to wipe the load order by deleting the app. And then run away. And then this time was, that bugged bear has a shit ton of health and I don't feel like fighting it. Any rate, this time then yesterday, it happened again for whatever reason. It seems to be random. I don't see a cause that is happening behind it. I had been in the game before that playing, and it was playing just fine. I quit out for a while, decided to go back in, play some more, and learned that it had deleted my again, and in knowing that what I was going to have to do was restore the load order, I figured, oh great, because the thing is, in videos I've shown before, which I've mentioned, in restoring the load order from Bethesda.net, it works if the game malfunctions and that it disables and rearranges the mods, then doing the method that I've shown, it will place them back in the order they're supposed to be. However, when the game malfunctions like this, where I lose the entire load order, it will not restore the entire load order from there, but it will restore a fairly good amount. Say if I had 120 mods, I'll get back about 97 of them, have to download the rest. So, I guess Bethesda realized that is unfair, that if you have 120 you only get 97, so they must have changed something, or it just was my luck, because when I went to use the restore option this time, which was the only time that it had worked, I got back a grand total of 3 mods that I had saved to Bethesda.net. Yeah, you heard that right. 3. And one of them was a work in progress mod that I had kept from the tutorial showing how to download them, and I figured that perhaps it would malfunction, so I attempted to restore from there again, and when I did, then it took, and that doesn't look right. Hell, I don't even care. At any rate, it malfunctioned, booted me out of the creations page altogether to the main menu and told me it could not connect to the servers. So I went back in and I attempted again and got the same results. So I thought perhaps there's something wrong with the install itself. I don't know what would have happened, but I decided that since the load order had already been deleted anyways, I'd just delete the app, re-download it. I deleted the settings saving as well. I did keep the character saves, but I figured that while it's doing that, because I had cleared out on Bethesda.net my subscriptions in the library when showcasing how to get the work in progress mods, I had them bookmarked, so it wasn't too much trouble just to go into my bookmarks, add them back. didn't take too long, and while I was doing that, the game would download again. So, after I did that, they were all in the library. I figured instead of using the restore option, I would simply use the download all from library option, and then restore them to the proper load order. And so I used the library, download all from library, and at the time, I thought that I'd gotten all of my mods back because it was downloading quite a few, which turned out to only be 144, I realized at the time. But since I thought that it got all of them, I went ahead and used the restore option again, figuring it would place them back like it was supposed to, and it booted me again after I had re-downloaded the game. Oh, she'd keep up. After I'd re-downloaded the game, and that was when I thought, maybe there's something going on with Bethesda.net, and it's not just me. And on the off chance that perhaps I could warn some of you guys to stay out of the creations, if that was the case, I didn't know if it was, but to stop you from having the same headache that I was having, I'd go ahead and make a video real quick. And at the time, I thought I had all my mods and mentioned it in the video, although I did correct that in the comment later on that I pinned. Any case, so after I got done making the video, uploading it, I came back here to the game and attempted to do it again a different way by figuring that, okay, since I can't use the restore option, my load order was saved in one other place, which was my current saves. So I'd use the current save and restore it that way. And when attempting to do it, I then learned that I didn't have all 177 mods that I thought I did, that I had only had, which was around 144 when I actually went into the load order and seen that's how many I had, because I wasn't paying attention to the actual number. So, used to, and it still does if it's only a few mods, it gives the option to download them automatically for you, and you don't have to. But ever since the Creations update, at least in my own experience, when it's that amount of mods, and it's, you know, a fairly good amount of them, it instead gives an option for you to go into the Creations page, and it provides a list with like whatever the name is .esp for you to then take and have to manually install them one by one. And then as you get so many, you have to reload the files, and that refreshes the list to the next like stack of them that is missing. So that is what I did. I went ahead and used the list that it provided to manually get those, that way I didn't miss any. Or at least I thought I hadn't missed any, because I didn't realize that it had not downloaded SkyUI 5. And then when I attempted to take and load the game save to restore it that way, I kept getting a notification about SkyUI 5 because it didn't give me the notification it was missing. Asked me to download it. I would download it. It'd say it would download it. It needed to refresh the files. I would. Then it'd tell me it needed to download it again. And it did this about 3 times before I finally said, fuck it. I went in and re-downloaded the TK interface overhaul, because while I don't like that the other, what the hell? So then after re-downloading TK, I went back in to the main menu and then continued the current save, and because it detected that the load order wasn't the same anymore, it then brought up the option asking did I want to use the load order from the save or current load order. And so this time I selected use it from the save, since I knew that the load order was correct that last time that I played before they all just disappeared. And that did save me a hell of a lot of hassle, because while it did not put all 177 back in the correct order that way, the vast majority of them it did. I think I had to end up maybe 10 or 15 of them I had to manually move into place, which was a hell of a lot better than doing 177 of them. So once then I had everything placed back the way I wanted it, I figured if I don't go ahead and attempt to make a new save to Bethesda.net with the load order, I'm going to get the same error again and again. So, thought I got an alert. There it is. So I went ahead and saved this new load order, which was still built the same way, to Bethesda.net, and then I took one mod, moved it out of place, and then tried the restore option to see if it would put it back or if it would kick me out. And for whatever reason, it went ahead and restored like it was supposed to. And so I did attempt it one more time and restored again. So Ultimately, I don't know what in the hell was
You've
going
been a
on
good
with
friend to me.
Bethesda.net,
That means
knowing that
something.
other people were having some oddities. Hopefully they were isolated incidents for the ones that were affected, and not, vast majority. I think I'd have been getting a lot more comments about people having issues if that would have been the case. But ultimately, in my own experience, this has happened before, and I imagine it will happen again. Certainly enough bodies everywhere. But in any case, that's my experience with this most recent time of the load order deletion. I guess what you could take from that is if you're not able to restore the load order from Bethesda.net for whatever reason, then the alternative you could try when selecting your current save and it brings up the option to use save or current would be to select save. That way it would hopefully at least put the vast majority of your mods back into the proper order, and you might only have to move some, which would be better than having to move them all. In any case, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Take care. This has been a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. Peace out.